Your Honor.
The allegation indicates that this is an incident that occurred on or about April 13, 2025. Does that sound right to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
The allegation indicates this incident took place in Gun Plain Township of Allegan County in the state of Michigan. Does that sound correct as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
The allegation indicates you were involved in an incident with a Michael James Wake that caused a disturbance of the peace. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
What happened that caused the disturbance of the peace?
I was in my bedroom, in mine and his bedroom. It's my fiance and everything. I was in the bedroom playing a video game, and I was getting frustrated with the game. And he told me to just shut this stupid thing off. I told him no. He came in, unplugged the game while I was in the middle of playing it. I ended up having a mental breakdown when it happened. I grabbed a hold of his neck, not thinking, and it left 2 marks on the side of his neck for me scratching him.
Okay,
And
so the long and the short of it is, he was an adult and you threw a tantrum?
Pretty much.
Are you satisfied with the plea, Ms. Strasser?
Yes, I am.
You provided me with the basis to accept the plea. I will do so. Other than fines and costs, Ms. Strasser.
Thank you. We would also follow the recommendation of fines and costs. Michelle has began to attend therapy at Kalamazoo Psychology. She has attended 5 sessions so far. She understands that this is not an acceptable behavior for an adult, especially one with children. She needs to set a good example, and she has taken the strides on her own to make sure that this does not happen again and plans to continue therapy going forward. Thank you.
Ma'am, anything you want to say?
No, Your Honor.
Girls, fines are going to be $200, state costs $50, court costs $200, crime victim right fee of $75, a total of $525. I'll give you 90 days to take care of that. If you need longer than that, you can reach out to the court and we will work with you on that.
Okay.
You're all set. You can leave the court. If you have any questions, you can inquire with Ms. Strasser.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I've been in communication with Detective Zachary Allen regarding this case. We've gotten a couple of stops today, at least today. So we are looking for an adjournment to continue talking about the case. Mr. Simons, your
Ms. Lundy actually got them to me live time, Your Honor, as she received them just now. And that is accurate. But asking the court to adjourn the PCC, I know, to 7/17. Here's why. The same unavailability. Same unavailability. Mr. Tompkins has a travel request.
He what?
Has a travel request.
After you make me try to move this up to the 17th, now you want me to do something nice?
Yes.
Probable cause conference, July 17th, 2025, 9 a.m. Yes, Mr. Simon, yes, travel request.
My client has family in South Carolina. He's driving. He's taking a pre-planned trip by car, if the court will permit, from July 7 through July 11.
To South Carolina.
Yes.
What part?
Greenville and Charleston.
Okay. As long as it's that part, I'll let him go. No. All right. You'll be traveling the 7th and the 11th, include your travel days.
Correct, sir. Correct.
Any objection from the people?
No, Your Honor.
Defendant may travel to South Carolina July 7th, 2025 through July 11th, 2025 inclusive. All other respects, bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case People versus Matthew Newton.
Jeremy Glick, on behalf of Mr. Newton, who is approaching the podium. Can you state your name?
Matthew Newton, thank you.
And Your Honor, before we begin, can Ms. McDuffie and I please approach briefly?
You can.
Thank you.
Evicted from a residential property because you have not paid your rent. You may be able to get assistance from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, a local coordinated entry agency, and our community, that's Community Action Agency, Housing Assessment and Resource Agency, that's Neighborhoods, Inc. Or if you're a veteran, you may be eligible for some veterans housing benefits. You do not need a judgment against you to receive help from the places listed above. Copy of the summons and complaint from your case are sufficient. You may be able to reach an agreement with the landlord by going through mediation or community dispute resolution. If both parties are interested, the court can help set it up. You may be able to reach an agreement with the landlord that means the case would get dismissed. And if so, the court must assist you or provide you with the conditional dismissal form. Generally, the attorney would do it. All right, this is filed as a demand for non-payment of rent. Rent's $900 per month. What is the current arrearage?
The current arrearage through the end of June is in the amount of $3,000. There's court costs of $239.50 for a total of $3,239.50.
I don't know what any of that means. Do you know what that means? You're using big words,
All right.
legal words, legal terms.
All right, well, they claim that your rent through June is $3,000. And then there's court costs, which include a filing fee, a process serving fee, and a partial attorney fee. Those add up to $239.50. So the total due to pay your rent through June is $2,329.50. Have you asked for any financial assistance or emergency housing help?
We had actually emergency housing help. We were going through Keystone and we were told that we were being evicted, and we kept trying to get a hold, like Keystone, our case manager from Keystone, tried to keep getting a hold of the managers, but they were going through a manager switch, a landlord switch.
Well, they've had a
And
lot
so
of turmoil.
we weren't
at
able.
Keystone. All right, so I'm sorry, go ahead.
So Keystone told us that they were not able to get a hold of the landlord to be able to talk to them about what was going on or why they were stating that payment was not getting paid.
Nor did our case manager, and our case
Yeah.
manager tried several times. To get hold
Several
of their
times.
office.
All right, well, you
We-
both
Hold on,
can't-
hold
you
on.
both
And then we
can't talk
lost.
at- all right,
Sorry.
you both can talk at the same time.
Yes.
Keystone won't pay your rent indefinitely.
Yes, I
Apparently
know.
rent
And
hasn't been
Keystone
paid
was,
to them.
sorry. Keystone
ahead.
we still had 2 months left of Keystone paying, but we were told by the other lady that we were being evicted by another landlord, the landlord before this one, that we were being evicted. So we were confused. We had told our case manager that we were being evicted. And when you tell them that, they go ahead and start going through the process of shutting down, like helping you. And we still had 2 months left of them helping us.
Well, I'm
But
not
it
clear
all,
about that.
it all
They
came
paid their
crumbling
rent
down.
through February. The demand for the notice to quit was served on April 11th. So it looks like April, May, and June rent have not been paid. And I don't know,
I'm
what
trying
you're-
to, sorry, Cody has to leave because our baby's crying, but, we were told by another landlord lady, the lady that was before this gentleman was the landlord, that we were being evicted. So we were waiting for the eviction papers that they're supposed to post on your door that you are being evicted, like the court papers. We were waiting for them, but we never received them until April. And then that's when we finally got this, and we were confused because we didn't know if we were supposed to, like, this is our first time being evicted.
all right,
Like,
let me slow you down a little bit. You're not being evicted. We're not there yet.
Well,
They
that's what we
filed
were
a notice.
told.
All right, it may be just a matter of terminology. It starts the eviction process. The other lady, they want her to move. Your case, they
No,
want you.
no.
Stop.
There was another
No,
landlord.
Stop. I get it.
Oh.
Listen to what I'm saying. They're telling you got something called a demand for possession for non-payment of rent. That starts the eviction process, but we're not to eviction yet. You haven't paid rent in 3 months, and they want you to move or pay the rent because they've got a waiting list of people that are ready to come in and pay the rent. Your fight between you and Keystone is between you and Keystone. I don't know how many months Keystone was going to pay your rent, but they aren't going to pay it
No,
indefinitely.
that's not okay.
All right, so the law requires that I adjourn this at least 1 week. And the legal aid lady is here, and I'll let you talk to her. Do you guys have any source of income?
We have one source of income with 2 kids.
I work over at
Taco
Taco
Bell.
Bell on third shifts, and
You get paid $400 every 2 weeks.
I get paid around 400 every 2 weeks.
That's it. That's all we have right now.
I've been trying. It's
All right,
very
We
well,
can't
I
even get approved for food assistance.
all right, well, I respect that, but your rent's $900 a month. And you
Yeah.
may not be able to afford to live the place you're living in. But I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we-
have you stay
Sorry.
with me, because I'm gonna have you talk to the lady from legal aid. So
Okay.
you got what's called a notice to quit, a demand for payment of rent. That's not an eviction. We're
Okay.
gonna set this matter for a hearing for next Friday
Okay.
morning. Oh boy, are we gonna be busy. I hate these 10 o'clock cases in the middle of my landlord tenant docket. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I apologize.
5. Gee whiz. Hours in the day. I'm gonna set it. Holy smokes, Casey, we're gonna be really jammed up. You can't do Mondays. Maybe we'll do it. Can we do it earlier, like 8:30?
Sure.
All right. So for 8:30 on June 20th.
Can you get the paper and a
You
pen?
might get your wish and have Attorney Fleeman.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I have attorney free trials that work.
All right, at 8:30. All right, now let me explain. We're gonna continue this matter for 7 days. I'm gonna make it so you can speak with the attorney from legal aid. Now, right now, it's just a question of whether you're paying the rent or not. If you pay the rent, you get to stay. If you can't pay the rent, they're gonna ask that you be evicted. Now,
Yes, sir.
next week is June 20th. If you don't pay the rent and they get what they ask for, I would give you 10 additional days. That would be to June 30th. And if you don't move by June 30th, that would be the eviction, where the sheriff comes and puts your stuff out on the street. So the first thing we're gonna do is just adjourn this for a week.
Okay.
I will.
Sorry, can I give you to my husband? I have to take a second. I have mental health issues and I cannot handle this. So can you just give me a second?
Yes,
please?
well, join the
I'm sorry.
break.
I'm here.
All right. Everybody. Let's move everyone along to the main session. Just join the breakout room and you can talk with Miss Bauer. But essentially, this is a matter of paying the rent or moving.
Judge, just
All right,
briefly,
so,
did they dispute the amount on the record or no?
no, they did not. They're having a dispute with Keystone. Keystone's having some administrative problems and they don't have any money. So I can't tell how many months rent they got paid, but rent has not been paid for the last 3 months, it appears.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Dunn was here and then he wasn't here. And I've got DeAndre Strayer and I've got Samsung. Good morning. Someone's here on a Samsung phone. Who am I speaking with? What's your name?
Emily Horning. I'm sorry, this is the first time I've done this, and DeAndre Strayer.
All right. Emily Horning, all right.
Do I need to have my camera on or
I
off?
wish you, I'd like you to have it on.
Alrighty, there you are.
I'm trying to get mine on.
Well, it's gonna echo, and I'll do it on the same one. Okay, is that okay?
Very good. So you've got two things turned on, Ms. Strayer. And we're getting some echo.
Okay.
I had Trevor Dunn flash across the screen. He's set for 9:30 and it is 9:30. All right, we'll just go forward. This is Vista Meadows versus DeAndre Strayer and Emily Horning. This is also filed as a demand for non-payment of rent. We just did one of these, but you weren't yet in the feed. All right, you're not charged. There's no crime here, but you're a defendant in a landlord-tenant suit where your landlord wants you to pay the rent or move. And as such, you have following legal rights. You have the right to obtain counsel for representation in this matter. You can hire an attorney of your own choosing, and if you can't afford an attorney, a legal aid attorney may be available to help you. We don't have court-appointed attorneys in civil matters. You have a right to a trial by a jury or by the court. If you wish to have a jury trial, you must file the demand. Here's Mr. Dunn. Let's see if I can get him in here. There's always, every morning, somebody that's a boulder in the stream, and that's what Mr. Dunn is. He can't quite get here, so I'm just gonna continue with you guys rather than try to. All right, you have a right to have the case heard here in St. Joseph County where the property is located. If you do wish to have a jury trial, you must file the demand, as I said, or you have 5 days to file the written demand and pay the $50 jury demand fee unless you're unable to afford it and the judge waives that fee. If your landlord has asked you to be evicted from a residential property because you haven't paid rent, you may be able to get assistance from the Department of Health and Human Services, a local coordinated entry agency, housing and resource agency, or if you're a veteran, you could be eligible for veterans programs. Mr. Dunn, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got it to load up.
All right, looks like you're ready for takeoff. All right, stick with us. You do not need a judgment against you to get the rental housing assistance. Copy of the summons and complaint are sufficient, and you've already received that. You may be able to reach an agreement with the landlord by going through a local community dispute resolution program. If you find such a program, we can help refer you to it. You may be able to reach an agreement with a landlord by going through a process called conditional order of dismissal. And if you're willing to do that, we could do that. Mr. Dunn, you have a right to hire an attorney if you wish. If you can't afford one, you could request that legal aid represent you. You also have a right to have your case heard here in St. Joseph County, where the property is located, and you have a right to demand a jury trial. The rest of the rights you heard, and we'll come to you in a minute. Let's first take up Vista Meadows versus Strayer and Horning. Attorney Casey Strong is here on behalf of the complex, and their manager, Mr. Davidson, is also here. Ms. Strong, what's the arrearage?
The rent due in this matter through the end of June is $2,000. There's court costs of $266.80 for a total of $2,266.80.
All right, do you guys agree with that?
No, I do not. Our agreed rent is $875 with a late fee of $100, so it'd be $975 a month.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also the court charges.
They have $100 late fee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't allow $100 late fee. I was at 40, I went to 50, but all right, well, let's talk about that. So yeah, the numbers aren't exactly right. So even under their numbers, the other ones came out as $1,000 a month too. So I'm not sure this is exactly accurate. Sir?
And I do see on their ledger payments of $980 in April and March and February, but they have missed May and June.
And plus they have a fine added for balcony violation,
Yep,
How much is that?
$50.
$50.
So
That
I was
may-
told I wouldn't have a fine for that balcony violation. That
No, you
was
aren't.
no. Yeah, I was. I have text proof, sir.
No,
All right, just a
Okay.
minute,
Okay.
just a minute. Calm down, Mr. Horning, or Mr. Strayer. It just doesn't have to be, I got it backwards. I got Emily Horning. Well, wait, I got Emily, the tenants are DeAndre Strayer. Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. So the issue is you owe May and June's rent. Do you have a plan for that?
So the reason we had originally gotten this eviction notice was because I had a week off, like a laid off week of work, and I had asked for a 2-week extension and was approved by the landlord. And upon that date, I was met with an eviction notice like 3 or 4 days later. And so I figured that I wasn't supposed to pay until I came here to figure out what really was going on. Because at that point I was caught up and then was still given an eviction notice for non-payment of rent. So
Yeah, you got it in for non-payment of rent on April 9th. At that point, you were already behind, so you must have paid April's rent. But
Yeah, we paid April's rent immediately as soon as we were able to. And then May and June, we were just way too behind.
All right, so now you're behind May and June. What's your plan?
So I had applied for the emergency rental assistance from the MI Bridges. I had tried to check on it this morning, but I think the Bridges website is down. It's just not letting me access my account at all.
It's not the greatest system.
Your Honor, if I may have the tenants reach out to my office at some point, either today or on Monday, and leave their contact information, so we can discuss a conditional dismissal resolution prior to the next hearing.
Could you leave me with your number?
Her number is all over the pleadings. Everything you got. That's the Tyrone Fleeman Law Office, 269-373-4400.
Okay.
All right, now the law requires that I adjourn this. We're gonna be very busy next week, but if there's a conditional order of dismissal. But the problem is, you need to pay May's rent and June's rent and this $50 fine. That does add up to $2,000, although I'm not allowing a $100 late fee. The law isn't even clear on whether late fees are even allowed.
We've been, every time that we've had been late on rent, and even when Josie was working for property manager, we've only been late on rent like 4 times ever, but that was because no place would hire me in winter because all the manufacturing places and stuff, and the labor was down because of winter, and he was the only one working. And so when it came down to that, anytime that we were late, we've always had a $100 late fee. It's stated in our lease.
Yeah, that's what's in your lease. So that's an agreement between you and the landlord. All right, we're gonna continue this to next Friday, June 20th at 8:40.
All right.
So you can call. Now, the problem is at some point you're gonna need to pay the rent. Maybe there's some dispute as to exactly how much it is, but basically it's May and June's rent. We continue this to next Friday, which is the 20th. If you don't get what you asked, if they get what they asked for, you would have 10 additional days to pay the rent or move out, which would be June 30th. When you come back next week, don't chew gum and come in early, and perhaps we can address it. Now, if you're able to resolve it with Ms. Strong without coming to court, we'll file an order of conditional dismissal and you won't even need to be here. But bear in mind, now, maybe you're going to get some emergency help. I agree with you, Mr. Strayer. The system is not very efficient. And they don't have enough money. They have more people that need assistance than they have money to pay for. But you have requested it. And people tell me this. I would move if I had somewhere to move to.
Yeah, the issue is that we don't really have, I've applied apartments for personals, and everywhere really around us is owned by the same property managers, so it's really difficult to be able to get into any apartments.
If you get evicted from this, it'll make it even harder for you to get in anywhere else.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right, call Ms. Strong's office. Maybe you can work something out and keep working on my bridges for some emergency housing assistance. All right, I'll see you next Friday morning at 8:40 by Zoom. All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Okay. I'll remove Mr. Strayer. And then I'll remove Ms. Horning. She's gone. Now I've got Trevor Dunn, who I went through the rights with, and I've got iPhone. Who's iPhone?
Alicia Sanchez Wilson.
All right, let me give you a name. ALISHYA. All right, just hang with me. I've also got Carrie Hughes, who's here on another matter.
She's
All right,
the
let's,
property manager for the 945.
okay. Let's talk to Mr. Trevor Dunn. Mr. Dunn, would you turn your, all right, give me a minute. All right, Mr. Dunn, you heard some of the exchange in the last case. Your case is very similar. It's entitled Vista Meadows versus Trevor Dunn, apartment B4 at Cato Lane. They're alleging that your rent is behind. At the time of filing, the said rent had not been paid since December. Ms. Strong, what's the current status?
Thank you, Your Honor. Rent to retain through the end of June is in the amount of $2,835. There are court costs of $198.40 for a total of $3,033.40. His rent is $775 per month. There's also a $25 pet fee. And Mr. Dunn has been making payments, but he has not been at a true zero balance since October 8th of 2024. So he's been carrying a balance for quite some time.
All right, you've cut into it a little bit. Mr. Dunn, what's your plan?
So as of right now, to catch up fully, I'm just waiting on my tax return. And my dad said it just came through on the website this morning as it got approved. So I'm just waiting for the check to come in the mail. I've been trying and trying, but I have been failing and I have been struggling a lot on just maintaining this
Are you
place. And
working are you working someplace?
I had a job, got fired in October with the birth of my child. I did not have a job up until February, which it was a 3-month contract through Walmart. And then I have not been able to find work since. I did, however, score an interview today at 1:30 for Wendy's. Factories have not been doing good. I can't find one in a factory. I've applied, I've looked.
Well, we're going to continue this to next Friday. We're going to start off with a bang. June 20th, 2025 at 8:45, hoping that you settle that other case. So I'm going to tell you at that point that that's how much your rent is due through June. If you get your tax refund and pay this off, everything's great. Then you just start over again at 0 in July. If you don't, have a hearing next Friday at 8:45. And we'll discuss what they're asking for, which would be for you to move by June 30th or be subject to eviction. So hopefully, how much is your refund? Is it more than this?
It's $4,200 something, $53.
And similar to the last case, Your Honor, if Mr. Dunn would like to reach out to my office and leave his contact information, we can talk about a potential conditional dismissal prior to the next hearing. My number is on your paperwork, Mr. Dunn.
I'm sorry, I'm trying, guys. Is there any kind of assistance if needed to
People
help?
are, yes, I did. Maybe you didn't hear it. You may be eligible for housing assistance from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, local coordinated entry agency, a housing assessment and resource agency. That's Neighborhoods, Inc.
Neighborhoods, Inc.
Yes, there was another program available for working people that had helped a few people.
my newborn son and just not being able to find a good job to help stay up on everything is what's getting me. And it's the formula, the food for him and everything he
So-
needs, plus trying to maintain rent
Does
and
he
what I
live there?
need. He does live here half the time, yes.
Okay,
His mom does. We're actually both going back and forth in court right now over custodies and all that. I do have
that's-
50% custody, so as of
All right.
now.
all right, Mr. Dunn, you're doing the best you can. You might contact those agencies, but if you get your tax refund, you're gonna be good. Anyway, the
Yeah.
option also is call Ms. Strong's office, leave your contact information. They'll get back to you and discuss whether this can be worked out with a conditional order of dismissal. If it
All
is
right.
not, I will see you next Friday morning at 8:45. I got up early that day just for Casey Strong. All right,
All right.
thank you.
Thanks, Your Honor. Have a great day, guys.
Bye.
Am I good to go?
You're good to go.
While you do the rights for Ms. Sanchez Williams, I'm gonna double check and make sure Judge Stutzman's okay.
All right. You got two more? All right,
And Judge, I think
Ms.
we'll done.
Duckworth and Mr. Alexander, I'm gonna let you go. Meg, are you done with them?
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah, sorry, we didn't mean to. We're trying to hang up. Sorry.
All right, I'll hang up on you. All right, we have Alicia Sanchez, Wilson, and is Ravon Williamson there also?
He had to go to work this morning.
All right. I'll do the best I can, Ms. Strong.
I know. I just don't want Judge, I know that it's almost my turn and
The action is for non-payment of rent, as this is. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services may be able to assist you with payment of the rent, or local coordinated agency, which is Community Action Agency, or a housing assessment and resource agency, which is Neighborhoods, Inc. Or if you're a veteran, you may be eligible for veterans benefits. You have a right to demand a jury trial. If you do that, you have to do it at today's hearing or file the demand in writing within 5 days on the written jury demand form. Unless the judge waives that, you have to pay a $50 fee. You have a right to have the case heard here in St. Joseph County where the property is located. You may be able to reach an agreement with the landlord by going through mediation. If both parties are interested, the court can help set that up. And you may also be able to reach a conditional order of dismissal. If the parties are able to do that, the plaintiff can file it or we can assist you in filing it. I have a wonderful view of your ceiling. Could you help here? All right. So you're Alicia Sanchez Wilson. The rent here is $875 per month. What is the current arrearage?
the current arrearage is $2,809, court cost of $266.80, for a total of $3,075.80.
What's your position, Ms. Sanchez Wilson?
We had got caught up on it before, and so when we caught up on that one before, we got behind on April, but Ravon's got a job that he's been working at now, so we've been trying to save up to get caught up.
Do you have a tax refund or anything coming?
We used our tax refund for it already.
All right.
And similarly, Your Honor, Ms. Sanchez, you're welcome to contact my office prior to the next hearing and we can discuss the conditional resolution. My number is on your paperwork.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to continue this matter to next Friday. That would be June 20th at 8:50. Boy, are we gonna be busy. Now, let me explain a couple things. They want you to pay the rent or move. The law says you're entitled to one adjournment, so I'm gonna adjourn this 1 week. Now, I don't know if you've asked for any emergency housing assistance or other financial aid. But they can potentially assist you with their rent, but frankly, most of those agencies don't have enough money. If they get what they ask for next Friday, I would give you 10 additional days to pay the rent or move out. And there isn't anywhere to move to. So Mr. Williamson was supposed to be here, but I understand he'd probably rather work than come to this because he needs the money. So I'll respect it. Anyway, the number for the law firm is on your pleadings. All over it. Let me repeat it. It's at 269-373-4400, I think is the number. So I invite you to call them, leave your contact information, and they can discuss it with you. See if some resolution can be reached by next week. Otherwise, I will see you by Zoom like this.
What is it? Friday. What is it called on the paper? The place?
They're famous. It's the John Bradshaw Casey Strong Law Firm. And their number is 269-373-4400. You'll see it right on the pleadings.
Okay.
All right. Otherwise, I will see you next Friday at 8:45.
All right.
All right. Good luck. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right. Thank you. You're good to go. Mr. Davison, I think that finishes your cases as well.
Thank you, Paul.
Don't I have Christina Metheny, or is that incorrect? I could be wrong. I apologize.
I don't have that on my list. You're all good, Paul.
I
think
thank you. But I don't think that's on for today, so we'll check that.
All right, thank you.
Okay, next, it's 9:45. I'm only 9 minutes late. This is Stonehouse Apartments versus Pamela Atherton. Casey Strong is here for the plaintiff. Their manager, Carrie Hughes, is here. So Gold Plagani is here. She wants nothing to do with this. The defendant is not. We were served personally. Let's see whether she's here. Good morning. Looking for a Pamela Atherton. All right. All right, thanks. Bye. Is not checked in. What's the status here, Ms. Strong?
Your Honor, based on the personal service and the second mailing that was effectuated, we would be asking for a default judgment this time. I can provide proofs for that, or Ms. Hughes is here as the property manager who can testify to those proofs as well.
All right, what's the arrearage?
There is rent to retain in the amount of $3,115, costs of $198.40 for a total of $3,313.40, requested to be paid on or before June 23rd, 2025. No money judgment was requested or prayed for, to the best of my knowledge, information, and belief. The defendant is over the age of 18, not in the military service, not incapacitated, and the home has been kept in reasonable repair and fit for its intended use.
Well, that's kind of mouthful. Mr. Bland, Mr. Bush is here in the building someplace.
Okay.
He came early. I don't know if he went for coffee. He had an early case and he had your 11 o'clock case.
And Judge, I'm sorry, I know you're in the middle of proceeding. How are you viewing the 11 o'clock? I'm
viewing it with great hope that you guys resolved it.
Thank you, Carrie.
All right. All right, I'm gonna enter that default in that amount, $3,115 plus cost, $3,313.40.
Thank you for being accommodating, Your Honor.
And thank you. Ms. Strong had an overlap between district and circuit, but I think she's doing circuit in 1 minute. And I don't know where Miss Atherton is. Miss Hughes, is she still there?
9 a.m. Where's your invite indicate? Bond in this matter with its conditions will continue.
Great, thank you, Your Honor.
Court does call the case People versus Michelle
Lovas.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
John Shea, Your Honor, on behalf of Ms. Lovas. Your Honor, this is a case that is dense with discovery, and there's additional discovery that is on the way, which we have requested and which Ms. Reiser has been gracious enough to push forward. But it's going to take a little time to get, and then it's going to take a little time for my people to review it, my experts. So we're asking for, I was going to ask for 4 weeks, Judge, but July 10th, I believe I'm going to be back down in Florida with my parents.
Okay.
Dealing with issues. So if we could have the 17th, that
17th will work for you then?
Yes.
All right. Any objection from the people?
No, Your Honor.
Probable cause conference, July 17th, 2025, 9 a.m. Or as your invite indicates, bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is that it for you, Mr. Shea?
It is, Judge.
Can you approach it?
Sure.
Go to your right a little. To your right.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Tim Hensick. I appear on behalf of Kathy Johnson, the defendant here. Your Honor, she has gone over the advice of rights. She understands what she's doing, and she's ready to proceed with the plea.
Court has before a plea form that indicates that the defendant would be pleading. It doesn't say how. Is she pleading guilty or no contest?
Guilty.
She'd be pleading guilty to the charge of operating while intoxicated, second offense, 1 year charge. Upon her successful plea to that charge, count one would be dismissed. That's the court's full understanding of the agreement. Is that correct, counsel? Is that correct, sir?
Your Honor, I can barely hear the court.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Did you need some?
Not really, Your Honor. I just.
Am I
you
talking
were
quietly?
Yes, you were talking very quietly.
I've never been accused of that. All right. So I just went through the plea form that indicates that she's going to plead guilty to the charge of operating while intoxicated, second offense, a 1 year offense.
That is correct.
Upon her successful plea to that charge, count one would be dismissed. I then asked whether that's the court's full understanding of the agreement, and I asked whether or not that's correct.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. May I have her sworn?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give? True self you got.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead and lower your hand and state your name.
Kathy Renee Johnson.
All right, Ms. Johnson, it's this court's understanding that you are going to be pleading guilty to the charge of operating while intoxicated, second offense. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up 5 days to 1 year in jail. Community service and any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary. I should also say an up to $1,000 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
The court could also order your vehicle immobilized, could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And understanding that, do you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, sir.
All right. You signed an advice of rights form today, is that correct?
I just, no, I haven't signed.
Yes, the document we just signed.
Yeah. Said I was pleading guilty, yes.
Okay, but you signed this advice of rights form?
Yes.
You have any question regarding any of those rights?
No.
Please look at paragraph 5. You'll see a copy on the podium. Now, those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you were giving up those rights as well as all the rights contained on that form.
The rights we went over, you understand?
Yes,
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
yes, sir.
Are you on probation?
No, I'm not.
Okay, are you on parole?
No, I'm not.
All right. Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plea?
No, sir.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you in any way?
No, sir.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes, sir.
and of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
I can find stickers. On the date of November 16th, 2024, at the location of Packard Road near Deek Avenue in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Prior to operating that motor vehicle, had you consumed intoxicating liquor?
Yes, sir.
What did you have and how much?
I don't know how much. I had alcohol and marijuana in my system.
All right. Were you stopped by the police or was there an accident?
There was an accident.
All right. What happened?
I was turning around and my phone had dropped and I hit a pole and my airbag came out and the police came and they asked me to take a breathalyzer or whatever and I did all that.
Okay.
And then they asked me, okay.
So the police did arrive.
Yes, sir.
You were ultimately arrested.
Yes, sir.
All right. And you were taken to the hospital?
Yes, sir.
And there was a blood draw?
Yes, sir.
And what were the results of that blood draw?
Your Honor, counsel would like to stipulate the results that we have are Delta 9 THC 2.9 nanograms per milliliter of blood, as well as a cocaine from metabolite. I just can't say that word, but that was detected as well. I understand that's not actually a controlled substance with metabolite remaining. And the alcohol in her system. No, alcohol was detected, but there was a PPT on scene of 0.2 something, I believe.
Say that again.
Ms. Johnson mentioned that she had alcohol in her system. Alcohol was not detected per the blood test. However, the PBT on scene showed a 0.029. I think that's what she may have been referring to when she said alcohol.
Okay. All right. So you had cocaine metabolite as well as THC in your system.
Yes, someone had, when I smoked the marijuana joint, I guess it was the marijuana joint.
Okay. Do you have any reason to dispute those test results?
No, sir.
All right. Had you previously been convicted of operating while intoxicated on or about August 7th, 2003, and or operating while impaired by liquor on or about December 10th, 2021 in the 14A2 District Court for the last one in 14B District Court?
You said 2021? No, not.
I'm sorry, 2001.
Yeah, 2000 and 2003 is the times I recall being, maybe it was 2001 when I got finished with everything.
The other one.
Yeah,
Okay.
20 some years ago, yes.
But you, yes, I know. But you have those convictions. Is that
Yes,
correct?
sir.
All right, very good. Counsel, have there been any promises that council's aware of that have not been stated on the record?
Yes, Your Honor. Court's complied with the court.
Well, no, I'm asking, have there been any promises or other?
Oh, no, none. None, Your Honor. She went through the screening to see if she could get into a program. She's already in a different program, but no promises whatsoever.
All right. And no threats that you're aware of that induced this?
None that we're aware of, Your Honor.
All right. Is that correct? Yes.
That's correct, Your Honor. Just to clarify, the promise was essentially that Ms. Johnson needed to complete the screening process, not necessarily contingent on her acceptance and enrollment. So she has fulfilled that end of the promise. She was not accepted to recovery court. That's the only thing that was contingent on her call.
All right. Very good. All right. And ma'am, well, and has the court complied with the court ruling? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
People are satisfied.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ma'am, before I accept your plea, I would have to indicate, and I am the judge, that if there is not a prosecutor's recommendation, but if there were one and I decide not to follow that you are not entitled to withdraw your plea on that basis. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Also, I have to advise you that if you do commit misconduct after this plea is accepted here today, but before sentencing the defendant, you are also not entitled to withdraw your plea. unless allowed by the court on good cause. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and alcohol screening and assessment is ordered at 14A1 probation. Sentencing will be
July 9th, 2025 at 9 a.m.
July 9th, 2025, 9 a.m. That's before me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Bond with its conditions will continue. Thank you.
Okay. So we'll see you out in the hallway in a minute. I gotta grab my briefcase.
Court does call the case, People versus Anjay Yancey.
People.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Gabriel Lacy, P79685, for Ms. Yancey, who is also here via Zoom.
Hello, Your Honor. This is Angela Yancey.
Okay, there you are. Okay. All right, what are we doing?
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, I am going to ask the court, I got a response from the prosecutor in regards to a proffer, but I was going to ask the court for one additional adjournment of the PCC. I do want to do a letter of deviation for Burton Harris and Mr. Sabat.
I'll adjourn this then to July 3rd, 2025, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Bond, continue.
Thank you.
Thank you. Court does call the case, People versus Cyrus Abadi.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Uwe Dalswithen on behalf of Mr. Abadi, standing to my right. Cyrus, please state your name for the judge.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Cyrus Abadi here.
All right.
We're here for public cause conference, Your Honor. There's a green sheet. We are winding down discovery in this case. However, there's still 2 remaining items that are missing, and we are holding out for, we're looking to adjourn for 2 weeks for that purpose.
Any objection?
No.
Probable cause conference, June 26, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court does call the cases of the People versus Marcus Allen Earl.
People.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Brendan Dabolsky appearing on behalf of Marcus Earl. Mr. Earl, I believe he's on Zoom, Your Honor. I saw him in the lobby, I guess.
I'm sorry?
Mr. Earl appears to be on Zoom. However, he's non-responsive. And Your Honor, if you recall, a few weeks ago, I was in the court and I had indicated when it was set for the last PCC that there was some serious difficulties with myself communicating with my client. And I think that all stems from some mental health issues. I have spoken to his mother numerous times at length. I think she's the one that signed in today. And unfortunately, my efforts to communicate with my client have been unsuccessful, and I'm at a standstill right now. I do apologize, Your Honor, but there's no way for me to communicate with him, and I was going to make a referral today.
The individual that, it looks like it's Vicky Earl. Did you unmute?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, what's your name?
Vicky Earl,
Okay.
and I'm Marcus Earl mom. And he has
Okay.
bipolar schizophrenia. And he is not in his right mind right now. Reason he's not communicating with the attorney Brandon right now. And I tried to have him admitted at U of M into the psychiatric ward. He needs some medication so he can stabilize himself, because he doesn't recall any of the incidents of assaulting anyone.
That's okay, ma'am. I don't need you to get that far into it.
Oh.
But is he there right now? or?
He is, and he's laying down. The only reason I didn't go bother him because he gets all
Got it.
in a
I got
rant,
you. All right, and
and
counsel,
he really needs.
you're
I- I'm
requesting
re-
a forensic evaluation.
That is correct, Your Honor. And I know that I would be requesting a criminal responsibility as well, but I believe based on the last time we were in court, you said that would have to come, after this stage. But if we can do both at the same time, I'd greatly appreciate that.
Well, I'll order a forensic evaluation and let them decide which ones they will do. Usually they'll do the competency hearing. I'll then set a competency hearing date for
September 4th at 9 a.m.
September 4th, 2025, 9 a.m.
Your Honor, the only wrinkle here is that Mr. Earl had a new case that would be in warrant status. I understand no warrant on this case, but I just wanted to make sure they're aware as well that that would be up there.
I was going to get to that.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, before you
Okay.
address that, I do apologize. The one day I have one date I have in my book for early September is September 4th, and I'm scheduled to be in court all day that day. Can we move it to the 11th? Is that possible?
September 11th,
Thank you.
2024, 9 a.m., or as your invite indicates. On that case, bond will continue. Since, quite frankly, at this point, he's also not in, there's another case, counsel, fleeing and eluding, third reckless driving and DWLS that's been filed against him. However, he's not in a position clearly, based upon what's been the court, to be arraigned on that matter. So what I'm going to do is on that case, I'm going to adjourn the arraignment to the September 11th date, 2025 at 9. All right. And that way if we can deal with them at the same time, we'll deal with them.
Thank you, Your Honor. And just for the record, Ms. McDuffie did bring that to my attention beforehand, so I knew about that, and we just obviously you answered the question, Your Honor. Thank you very much, and hopefully we get
All
that
right.
report done, and I'll see you on September 11th. Thank you.
You'll need, counsel, you'll need to get an order over regarding the forensic evaluation to the court immediately if you can.
All right. Is it fine if I get it by the end of tomorrow? Is that sufficient? Your Honor?
That'll work.
All
That'll
right.
work.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Okay. What I'm gonna do, counsel, thank you. I will cancel the warrant on the case that we're arraigning on. I'm gonna cancel the warrant.
Thank you.
And then what I'll do, I'll just set his bond at a $5,000 personal recognizance.
Thank you, Judge.
Right. Thank you.
Yes, thanks.
Court does call the case of the People's State of Michigan versus, is it Areli Bishillis?
Ashley for the people.
Afternoon, Judge Larry Margolis on behalf of Areli Barraza. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
State your name.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Areli Barraza.
Thank you. All right. What are we doing?
We signed a waiver. I've gone over it with Areli, and we're prepared to move forward and waive to circuit court.
Oh, I do see it. Okay. Is that correct, ma'am, that you're waiving your right to a preliminary examination?
Yes, sir.
You understand that a preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed and that you committed them.
Yes, sir.
You understand you'll not have that hearing and that you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, sir.
People also waive their right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on all 3 counts. As to the arraignment,
We'd waive a formal reading, Your Honor, enter a plea of not guilty.
defendant having waived formal reading, pleading not guilty, court will enter a not guilty plea as to all 3 counts. Pretrial will be set for
August 4th at 1:30. Oh, August 5th at 1:30 with a couple.
August 5th, 2025, 1:30 before Judge Conkey.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
Bond will continue. Thank you.
I'm gonna go down now, Judge. I have a couple others at 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna get on my horse and see you in a minute.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Court calls the case People versus Aiden Coletta.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Fabiola Calgara on behalf of the defendant who is approaching. Please state your name for the record.
Aiden Coletta.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, at this time, I was able to touch base with Ally, with the prosecutor. Discovery has.
Ally?
Yes.
Who's that?
Miss
Zenda?
Zenda.
It's okay. No, it's okay. Everybody just knows there's Ally anyway. Go ahead.
So I touched base with Ms. Zenda. Discovery has been complete at this time. I believe we're ready to prelim date.
People have their witnesses available the 24th?
We'll do our best, Your Honor.
All right. Preliminary examination will be set in person, June 24th, 2025, 9 a.m. That's before Judge Washington.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yes, I blame,
Application process.
Number one suspect,
into,
but now
physical-
we've got number two suspect. Here, come. All right, we're gonna resume our arraignments. We were about 3/4 of the way through them. We took a break to check in with the prosecutor. Ms. Davis is here with Ms. Stoll. All right. We've taken a recess, Mr. Stick.
Full name, Mr. Lockhart.
Demetrius James Lockhart.
Sir.
Leonard.
City of Detroit versus Tyrone Leonard Little. Case number SP 159-17901. SP 1715621, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please, Mrs. Soroki.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of Tyrone Little. Mr. Little, could you please give the court your name?
Tyrone Little.
Good morning to you, sir. Today is the date and time set for show cause. Mrs. Soroki.
Waive the formal reading the information, Your Honor, and stand mute to the charges.
Go ahead, not guilty plea on his behalf, give him a $0 bond. Only one is set for show cause. So we have, if you have your ink pen ready.
I do.
All right, I'm gonna recall the warrant on the other one. I have a driver's license never acquired. Civil infractions of no plates and wrong way driving. And that one that's on the docket of suspended license. Mr. Little, Ms. Soroki's gonna get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial. Pass the matter, let us know what you wanna do when you come out, all right?
Okay.
All right, let's pass the matter. Mr. Berry, are we ready on green?
Green?
Green, Tracy Green.
Yes, Your Honor, ready. Sorry.
Let's go back on the record with Ms. Green. Ms. Green, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client has shown valid documents We seek dismissal.
All right, Ms. Green, I'm gonna dismiss the case for providing valid documentation. If there's nothing further, Ms. Green, have a very good day and best of luck to you, okay?
Thank you, you too.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, can you prompt Mr. Little into the breakout room?
I'm sorry, I didn't do that.
Thank
You're
you.
at 5. All right, 5. All right, Mr. Barry. You're waiting on another one. Lowe. Rita Lowe. You Rita Lowe? Miss Lowe, good morning to you. All right.
Good morning.
Go. I think this was set for trial.
It's Mr. Boffman's matter, Your Honor.
That's Mr. Boffman. So we have to wait on Mr. Boffman, Miss Lowe. Matter of fact, let me let him know now.
Oh my God.
Excuse.
Yeah, on that wing tech device. Good morning to you.
I didn't get to check in. It's Dwayne Gibson.
So what's your name? Say that again.
Mr. Boffman.
You're
I didn't get to check in.
What's your name?
Yes, sir.
What is your name?
PSON.
Breaking up.
I got it, Your
Gibson.
Honor. I got it. I'm going to change it for you. Dwayne Gibson. Dwayne Gibson.
Okay, good morning to you, Mr. Gibson. I've got, I just text Mr. So Corporal Latch, are you there? Who's Corporal Latch? Demetrius Lockhart, is Demetrius Lockhart here?
Yes.
He's here.
I'm right here.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Just want to get a lot of lost officers. Mr. Barry?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is the city of Detroit versus Demetrius Lockhart, case number SP 11020079, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 111056, SP 113214, counts 1, 2, and 3, SP 11683225, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 1178, strike that, SP 117879, counts 1, 2, and 3, SP 1213204, counts 1, 2, and 3, SP 1229520, counts 1, 2, and 3, SP 1236951, SP 1236953, SP 1240620, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 1268551, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 1278586, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 1283431, SP 1480542, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 1484732, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 1622641, SP 1644611, counts 1, 2, and 3. That's State of Michigan versus Demetrius Lockhart, SX 4218074. Parent 1, appearance for the record, please.
Elwood F. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Lockhart.
Demetrius Lockhart.
All right, good morning to you, sir. Day is date and time set for a trial. I'm gonna give it to you, Mr. Berry, to sort this out. Mr. Lockhart, join the breakout room. Mr. Berry's gonna get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to withdraw. Join the room, please. Let's pass the matter. Let's go back on the record with the Gambles, Ms. Jennifer Gamble and Mr. Terrence Gamble. Good morning, Ms. Harris. Any kind of resolution to the matter?
Your Honor, we are setting the matters for a trial date as the city attorney would like to have an opportunity to speak with the officers regarding this matter.
On both matters, right?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. Trial date's gonna be July the 8th for both matters, July the 8th. If there's nothing further, Mr. and Mrs. Gamble, have a very good day and best of luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to you as well. Best of luck to you both.
Thank you.
Okay. Whatever happened with Tyrone Little? Were we waiting on an attorney? What about the Gamble chick? Do you have that one? Yeah. That happened once. All right, so Elder Griffin, that's not Elder Griffin, that's the gentleman, yeah. Good morning to you. That's is that Antonio Griffin? Mr. Griffin.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Are you an elder at the church? Is that what that's from?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, very good.
Thank
What
you.
church is,
Sir,
what church is that?
elder in the Church of God in Christ.
Okay. City of Detroit, Miss Harris versus Antonio and
Antoine.
Antoine Griffin, sorry, case number SP 171398111, SP 1713995, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Erica Harris, on behalf of Mr. Griffin, please state your name for the record.
Antoine Griffin.
All right, Mr. Griffin, today is date and time set for pre-trial. Ms. Harris, I'm going to put Mr. Griffin in a breakout room. Have a conversation with him, get him an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to withdraw. Join the room, please. All right, pass the matter. Are you ready, Ms. Soroki? Or just the ones? Somebody, anybody ready? All right, waiting on the lawyer.
Hey, Judge.
Yes, good morning to you. Thank you. Are we ready on anyone?
Excuse me, Judge, this is Corporal Kropik. I have to go check in to see if my, in Judge Wagner's room.
Very good.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Excuse me, Judge.
Good morning. So who's that?
It's Langford.
Langford, yeah, from yesterday, okay. I'll get
Yes.
you,
No, I just wanted to, I don't want to forget. Judge Jones, what do you call it? Judge Jones.
Oh, Langford, so, well, yeah, did you talk to them this morning?
Yes, yes, yes. She,
what did they say?
basically, she
Yeah,
moved
see,
it to July 15th.
I gotta see. Go ahead, turn your camera on. Say that again.
Hold on, I gotta try to, this is a different phone than the one I had yesterday. Hold on, sorry.
So what did she say? You can talk.
Okay, well, she just moved it to July 15th. She didn't come in today.
All right, so I guess we'll move ours to July 15th, because I think, the question still remains. They want, the attorney suggests you consolidate them, so. I'll still give you the opportunity to see if they'll allow you to do that. So, I have your file. I'm back at July 15th. All right, Mr. Langford.
Okay, hers is at 8:30 at July 15th. So just go back to your room when I'm done with hers.
Yeah, do that. Check in, just check in right quick, and then you can go straight to her. As long as I
okay,
check in, then you go straight to her.
Okay. That's not my phone.
Who's that? Demetrius Gray, you're in on 2 devices.
Yeah, I just changed it to my tablet.
You gotta hang up one of them.
Okay.
All right. All right, let's go. Can we get a license check on Mr. Antoine Griffin, please?
Was that it, Judge?
That's it.
Oh, okay, good.
You come back, happy Father's Day, and we'll see you back on the
15th.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Right.
Well, she she moved it to July 15th.
Best of luck to you.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Happy Father's Day.
You as well. Happy Father's Day.
So I got to go back on the 15th.
Let Ms. Snyder know it's a lot of checking that license now. Are you ready, Ms. Soroki?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's go. So the license for Antonio Antoine Griffin is valid. I knew it was valid. He's an elder in the church. Ain't rolling around dirty like that.
Right.
Miss Harris? Miss Harris?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I went into a breakout room to get somebody together for Zoom court. But Mr. Griffin,
why did you have me waste that paper on Mr. Griffin? You should have known his license was valid. He's an elder in the church.
But I knew the court needed to confirm that.
You gotta, sometimes you have to
Exercise my faith and belief.
And understand what you're dealing with, you know what I'm saying? The elder up there, I noticed that when I first, I remember him from the other day. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Antoine Griffin. What do we do?
Your Honor, he presented valid insurance and registration as well, so we are hopeful for a dismissal.
Yeah, all right, Mr. Griffin, if there's nothing further, Father's Day to you, best of luck to you. Have a very good day. Church of, what, say that again?
That's Church of God in Christ.
Church of God in Christ. I'm gonna come check you out one day, all right?
Yes, sir. Have a happy Father's Day.
You have a better one, thank you. All right, Miss, this is the city of Detroit, Miss Harris versus Christina Marie Gandy, case number SP 165-93461. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris. I believe that's Mr. Ogletree's matter, Your Honor.
Is that Mr. Ogletree's matter?
Miss Gandy? Yes.
Yes, it is.
Let me give Mr. Ogletree. Where is Mr. Ogletree? Did you speak to him yet, Miss Gandy?
Yes, I did. Well, I spoke with him over my cellular device, not in the break room.
Mr. Ogletree, are you there? All right, let's pass the matter. Let's go down, Ms. Harris, to Graham, Emerald Graham. You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning.
All right, City of Detroit versus Emerald J. Graham, case number SP 1705469, SP 1705471. Appearance with record, please.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Ms. Graham. Please state your name for the record.
Emerald Graham.
Ms. Graham, Ms. Harris is going to get you an updated offer. Keep in mind today is date time set for a pre-trial. Keep in mind if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial. Put you in a breakout room. Let us know what you want. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Join the room, please.
Yes.
All right, let's pass the matter. Let's go back on the record for Mr. Little. Mr. Little, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's Mr. Little want to do?
Your Honor, at this time, people's recommendation is the suspended license being amended to fail to display a valid license. All other counts would be dismissed. My client's waiving its right to ask the court to adopt that.
Okay, is that what you want to do, Mr. Little?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Soroki went over your other advice or right to break out one, did she not?
Yes.
You understood those rights?
Yes, sir.
Have any questions about those rights?
No.
You know, by taking the deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Let me draw your attention back to April the 22nd, 2025, around 8:26 a.m. in the city of Detroit near Dwyer and Lance. Did you have an occasion on that day to come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
Operate a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Officer asked you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
You couldn't do so, could you, sir?
No. No.
And why is that?
I haven't had one.
Very well. Sign your client guilty of the amended count of allowing. Stipulates the proper cause will dismiss the other matters.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
All right, waive the warrant fee, $240 you owe. You also owe another $288. And another $156 for old disregard the red signal, but I'm just concerned about the $240 and the $288. When can you pay it?
Like 60 days.
Why so long?
Then right now I'm in the process of getting a new job. I was working with support staff, the tent service.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna go mark the file. What's today? I'm gonna give you till 8:15 to figure this out. And I'm gonna mark the file allow payment plan.
Okay.
And if you don't, I wish you the best of luck on the job, sir. I'm gonna bring you back down to 240 on that other ticket too. Yeah, if there's nothing further, I wish you the best of luck. Have a happy Father's Day and best of luck to you, all right?
All right, so just pay both 240 tickets?
Just pay 240, and then the 156, they're gonna want that too, but
Okay, thank you.
concerned about 240 really.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, best of luck to you, sir.
All right.
This is the city of Detroit, Ms. Soroki versus Michael Allen Gordon, case number SP 169-52671. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki,
morning.
behalf of the defendant.
Sorry?
Good morning. Good morning to you, Mr. Gordon. State your name for the record, please.
Good morning, Judge. My name is Michael Allen Gordon.
All right, good morning. Today is the date and time set for a pre-trial. Mr. Gordon, Ms. Soroki is going to get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Soroki. Let us know what you want to do when you come out, all right?
Okay, thank you.
He's in there, past the matter. Mr. Basil Johnson, good morning to you.
Morning, Judge.
Okay, who do you have? One at a time, please. Have you spoken to anyone?
Well, Zachary Ganesh, we have a sentencing.
Is he here? I don't think he's here. All right, let's go back on the record with Ms. Emerald Graham. Ms. Graham, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. And counsel,
There's a recommendation to dismiss, Your Honor. We ask court to adopt the recommendation. We stipulate a probable cause.
Graham, dismiss the case, provide valid documentation. If there's nothing further, Ms. Graham, best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day, all right?
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you. Ms. Marable, I'm waiting on your client's testing results from the probation.
Okay, thank you. May I just sit down and wait here?
You
Thank you, Your
Ms. Tierra Lockhart, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, good morning to you.
Good morning.
If you want to exert your influence, then you may want to go down there to the probation department yourself and see if you can get the report, Ms. Merrill. All right, good morning. Let's see where Mr. Lockhart falls on this.
Ms. Lockhart, do you have your own attorney?
Yes, but I'm not sure where he's at.
Okay, thank you.
Well, did you retain it? That's Ryan.
My boss did for my job.
That's Ryan Hill. Okay, so we're gonna wait on him then. We're gonna have to wait on him. So
We're ready on Christina Gandhi.
let me get Ms. Harris going on. Was that Gomez, Angel Gomez?
Yes, sir.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
City of Detroit. Give me the full name, sir, if you.
Yeah, it's Rodolfo Angel Gomez.
What is that set for?
I'm not finding it, Your Honor.
You have a case number, sir?
Yes, it's SP 170-26311.
Espino Rodolfo Angel Gomez.
Yes. Espinoza. I mean, Smith had this.
City of Detroit versus Espinoza Gomez, case number SP 17026311, appearance for the record, please. Not on the docket.
Sherika Harris, on behalf of the defendant, please state your name, sir.
Rodolfo Gomez.
Day is date and time. We'll call it set for a show cause. Other than that, then yeah, give it 0.5. There's a driving while license suspended. This Harris, get him an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, Mr. Gomez, then you have an absolute right to a trial. All right. Join the room. Let us know what you want to do when you get come back. Let's pass the matter. Let's go back on the record. Let's call it Christina. This is the city of Detroit versus Christina Marie Gandy, case number SP 165-93461. Appearance for the record, please. Ms. Gandy.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I'm here.
All right, Mr. Where's Mr. Overstreet? He said he was ready. All right, let's pass it again. All right. Mr. Berry, are we ready on Lockhart?
Ready, Your Honor.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Lockhart. Mr. Lockhart, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client would avail himself of the people's current offer, which is to allow him to enter pleas to 2 counts of failure to display and 9 counts of improper plates. The prosecution also agrees, if the court permits, to allow this plea to be entered under for no recollection. No contest, yes, based on no recollection, Your Honor.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
All right. You want to take the deal, sir?
Yes.
All right. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Or you put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for these offenses are 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Mr. Berry went over your other advisor rights in the breakout room, did he not?
Yes, he did.
You understood those rights?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
No, sir.
You know, by taking this deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, sir.
For purposes of the plea, you're not going to contest any of these matters, right? I know you don't have any recollection, but you're not going to contest that you ever got stopped on any of these occasions, are you?
Oh, no.
Mr. Berry, will you stipulate to the faces of the tickets as an accurate factual basis for that no contest plea?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Will you stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal of the other matters?
Yes, Your Honor. So stipulated.
All right, I'm gonna enter no contest pleas. It's gonna be a mix of allowings and improper plates, all of which carry this, both of which carry the same effect. Mr. Lockhart, I'm gonna zero. The only one that abstracts is the failure to display. So I'm gonna enter a no contest plea to the amended count of allowing and amended count of improper plate for SP 1278586 counts 1 and 2 respectively. I'm going to enter a amended count of improper allowing to SP 1283431 for the driver license right suspended. I'm going to enter a failure to display for the driver's license never acquired SP 148054221. Enter count of count 2 of that is going to be amended from allowing for the no insurance strike that improper plate for the no insurance misdemeanor. SP 1484732. Count 1 is going to be amended to allowing for a license improper. Count 2 is going to be amended to improper plate for the no insurance. SP 1622604 is going to be failure to display for the amended count of driving while unlicensed. SP 1644611. Count 1 is going to be amended to improper plate for no insurance. Count 2 is going to be amended to allowing for the driver's license never acquired. Count 3 is going to be amended to improper plates. That should do it, right? Barry, 2 counts of failure to display and 9 counts of improper plates, of which I gave a mixture of allowings and improper plates. It stipulates the probable cause will dismiss the other matters.
So stipulated, Your Honor, probable cause.
What are you doing with yourself, Mr. Lockhart? Are you working?
Yes, they're working.
Here we go. All right, so I'm going to waive the warrant fees. You're going to pay any and all reinstatement fees. Those are the $45. I only really see 2 reinstatements. Oh, well, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at $45 a piece. You have a host of civil infractions. This is a lot. I'm gonna, you've been paying on some of this stuff, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna fine you for the 2 failure to displays, $240 a piece. And work this off. I'm gonna put pay by next month. What is it, the 18th? And I'm gonna mark the file, allow payment plan. All right. I wish you the best of luck, Mr. Lockhart. I hope you can get this stuff together and get your license soon. All right, sir.
Yes,
a lot of tickets.
Oh no, thank you.
Best of luck to you, sir. Have a very good rest of your day.
You too.
Demetrius Gray, are you there? Where's Demetrius Gray?
Right here.
All right, good morning to you, sir. City of Detroit versus Demetrius Gray, case number SP 111-64111, SP 1161475, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1667928, counts 1, 2, and 3. U62807122, U62807322. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr., on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Gray.
Demetrius Gray.
All right, date is the date and time, Mr. Berry. Good morning to you, Mr. Gray. The day is the date and time set for a arraignment on the bench warrant. He has some warrants out on the other matters. Purposes of arraignment, I'll enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. I'll recall the warrants and give him a $0 bond. Mr. Berry, you have your ink pen ready?
Ready, Your Honor. And Your Honor, I don't have, he doesn't show on my docket. I'd appreciate it if I could have all of the charges.
All the charges, 8:30 at the Raymond, he's right. But anyway, we'll go through all of them. Driving license suspended. Driving license suspended, repeat offender. Improper plates. No insurance misdemeanor. Unregistered untitled. No insurance misdemeanor. License improper. Alcohol related violation. Alcohol related violation. I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cases into the record. Mr. Gray, you do owe some old civil infractions that were left in your way, but none of which I see will prevent you from, at least down here, from getting a valid driver's license. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Berry. He's going to get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to trial, okay?
Okay.
Join the room, please. Let's pass the matter.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have anybody?
Your Honor, I was coming back to Mr. Gordon. He should have emailed his registration to you.
Not yet.
Your Honor, I know that you're very busy. I have 11 o'clock preliminary exam.
I told you can go to the probation department and search your.
Oh, go to probation.
See if they can give you the report. I just need to know.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I do apologize.
Yeah, no, I told you that.
And probation is across the hall, correct?
I think so.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome.
I will do that.
All right. I don't have anything.
Officer Spike.
All right. So I don't have anything yet. I'll get you going on, this Dolphin Green here. It's Dolphin Green here. All right. So the officers for Dolphin Green. Is that set for trial? I don't see Dolphin Green set for trial. Oh, I do. Officer for Dolphin Green, you're free to leave. Mr. Green did not appear. That's Officer Brown. Officer Durant. Good morning to you. You're defendant.
They've got Demetrius Lockhart, Your Honor.
Well, he's gone now.
Oh, well.
Ron is free to leave.
I mean, it's one place I see that name.
Yeah, but all the officers for Demetrius Lockhart are free to leave because I think we just took care of them. Is Vanessa McCartney here?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, City of Detroit versus, good morning to you, ma'am, versus Vanessa McCartney, case number SP 172-11881. Appearing for the record, please, Mrs. Soroki.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of Ms. McCartney.
All right, Ms. McCartney, good morning to you. State your name for the record, please.
Vanessa Faye McCartney.
All right, today is the date and time set for a arraignment. Other than not guilty, pleading your client's behalf, give your client a $0 bond. Can I ask your client, does she have a valid license?
Sure.
You have a valid license, Ms. McCartney?
No, sorry, I went in the breakout room yesterday and I got disconnected.
Yeah, I remember. Go to the breakout room, speak with Miss. She's got Miss Shiroki's going to get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial. Join the room,
Okay,
please.
Okay.
All right. Who do we have? Who's ready?
We're ready on Gandhi.
I'm ready on,
Gandhi.
ready on Gomez.
Ready
Let's
on
go back with Miss Gandy. Mr. Ogletree, can you state your name for the record, please?
Aaron Ogletree, P number 69167 on behalf of Miss Gandhi.
Miss Gandy, state your name for the record, please.
Christina Marie Gandy, Your Honor.
All right, good morning to you. All right, what's going to be the resolution?
We were asking for a final pretrial. I spoke to the prosecutor. They were in agreement for final pretrial date.
Why isn't this just set for trial day?
Trying to still see if a resolution possible.
Oh, why can't you get on the day of trial? Let's see. Oh, we gotta get this out of here. No, we gotta get rid of this case. Trial date. July 7th. No, strike that. July the 8th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Ms. Gandy, best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day, all right?
That's July the 8th, right?
Okay. You have anybody else, Mr. Baughman? Mr. Ogletree?
No, that's it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Baughman, did I give you the privileges to move around? Oh, Mr. Vassal Johnson, is that your client, Mr. Ganesh?
Yes, sir. Your Honor.
Oh, well, you know where you're going, don't you, Mr. Ganesh?
No, Your Honor.
You're going to drug treatment. I believe I got a call probation down for Mr. Zachary Ganesh. Yes, he's going to drug treatment. I forget. No, I forget who's overseeing this bond. Maybe. Other stuff. Maybe in the file too. So. What were you going to do today, Mr. Johnson, with this case? What's your client going to do?
The sentencing, because Ms. Warford talked with us before, she mentioned that it wasn't, if the client doesn't want to go, the court can't sentence him to that.
That's not true.
Oh, okay. I put it in the recommendation, the PSI, so I was going to ask for that letter, the 24-month with those conditions that we were given in that PSI.
I'm giving him his chances.
Understood.
He needs some professional help. Do you have it in the file? Let's go back on the record. I do have Michael Gordon. Did get something. Who had Gordon?
I'm right here, sir.
Your Honor, I hit Gordon. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Michael Allen Gordon. 2025. I'm going to dismiss the case, sir, provide valid documentation.
All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day.
Your Honor, you have a great day too.
Thank you, thank you.
Bye.
Lene Lockridge, are you there?
Here.
Good morning to you, ma'am. Who's ready? Attorney wise.
Ready on Gomez.
I've
No.
got Plea ready on McCartney.
Okay, so give me a second, Ms. Lockridge. All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Gomez. Mr. Gomez, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, there's a recommendation that my client could enter a plea to the amended count of allowing. He wishes to do so.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Gomez?
Yes, sir.
Raise your right hand, please. You swear or affirm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
And down, do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have an absolute right?
Yes.
Ms. Harris went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room, did she not?
I'm sorry, it kind of broke up. What was that?
Ms. Harris go over your other advice or rights in the breakout room?
She did.
You understood those rights?
Yes.
Have any questions about those rights?
No, sir.
You know, by taking the deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Let me draw your attention back to March the 29th, 2025, around 12:11 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Woodward and Watson. Did you have an occasion on that day to come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
Operating motor vehicle?
Yep.
Officer asked you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yep.
You could not do so, could you?
I could not.
Why is that?
Mine was expired, so.
Very well. Find your client guilty of the amended count of allowing. $240 will be the fine. Dismiss upon payment. When can you pay it?
Right away, sir.
Okay, so you have to wait until it says 240. I'm gonna give it till next week to make sure it's in there. June 20th, you can come back June 20th, make sure it's paid. You don't have to come back. If it's not paid, I need to see you at 8:25. You pay it at any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload the DivDat app to your phone, or you come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. Those are the two best ways I can tell you to pay it, sir. If it's nothing further, I wish you the best of luck. Have a very good rest of your day. Happy Father's Day if you're a father.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
City of Detroit, Ms. Harris versus Lene Lockridge, case number S581334, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Ms. Lockridge. Please state your name for the record.
Lene Lockridge.
Where is Ms. Lockridge?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, I just can't see you. Okay. Good morning to you, Ms. Lockridge. Ms. Harris is going to get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial. Join the breakout room, speak with her, let us know what you want to do when you come out, please. Let's pass the matter. Let's go back on the record with Ms. McCartney. Ms. McCartney, I've given you an opportunity.
totally fine. Like, love it, love it, love it. Can I ask why?